always thought Sarah and I had the perfect marriage. We were high school sweethearts, the couple everyone looked up to. We built a beautiful life together, 2 amazing kids, a cozy house in the suburbs. It was everything I'd ever wanted. But over the past year, something shifted. It was subtle at first. The late nights at the office became more frequent. The business trips started piling up, often over weekends. She'd come home smelling of a perfume that wasn't hers, a scent I couldn't quite place. When I'd ask, she'd just laugh it off. "Oh, honey, you're so paranoid. It's just a new client, very demanding." She'd kiss me, and for a moment I'd believe her. I wanted to believe her. But the doubt was like a seed, planted in my mind, and it was starting to grow, its roots twisting around my heart. The little inconsistencies were piling up. A restaurant receipt for 2 when she said she was dining alone. A missed call from a number saved under a generic name, Work Project. Each lie was a small crack in the foundation of our life, and I could feel everything we had built starting to tremble. The turning point came on our anniversary. I had planned a surprise dinner at the restaurant where I proposed. I bought a new suit, got the kids a babysitter, and waited for her to come home. 6 p.m. came and went, then 7. At 8, I got a text. "So sorry, babe. Stuck in an emergency meeting. Don't wait up." My heart sank. That night, I couldn't sleep. Driven by a feeling I couldn't ignore, I went into her home office. Her laptop was open. My hand trembled as I moved the mouse. And there it was. An email chain, not with a client but with an old friend of ours, Mark. The messages were intimate. They were planning a weekend getaway. The same weekend she told me she had a mandatory company retreat. My first instinct was to scream, to smash the laptop, to confront her the second she walked through the door. I wanted to see the look on her face when I exposed every single lie, but as I sat there, the initial rage subsided, replaced by a cold, chilling clarity. A confrontation would just lead to more lies, denials, maybe a tearful, empty apology. It wouldn't fix the betrayal. It wouldn't undo the pain. She had made her choice. She had chosen to deceive me, to shatter our family for her own selfish desires. And in that moment, I realized something. I wasn't going to play her game. I wasn't going to give her the satisfaction of a dramatic fight. No, I was going to do something else. I was going to let the truth do the work for me. The next morning, when she came home looking tired but feigning cheerfulness, I just smiled. "Morning, honey. Did you have a good meeting?" She nodded, relief washing over her face. She thought she'd gotten away with it. That was her first mistake. My plan wasn't about revenge in the traditional sense. It was about reclaiming my life and protecting my kids. I started by quietly meeting with a lawyer. I learned about my rights, the process of divorce, and how to secure my finances. I opened a new bank account and started diverting a portion of my salary. I meticulously documented everything. The emails, the texts, the credit card statements showing hotel rooms and expensive dinners I wasn't a part of. I was building a case, not for a courtroom showdown, but for my own future. Meanwhile, at home, I became the perfect husband. I was more attentive than ever. I'd make her favorite dinner, ask about her day, and listen patiently as she spun tales about her stressful job. I'd watch her lie to my face, a small, sad smile playing on my lips. Every lie she told was another brick in the wall she was building around herself, a wall that would eventually close in on her. The company retreat weekend arrived. She packed her bag, giving me a long hug at the door. "I'll miss you so much," she whispered. "I'll miss you too," I replied, and I meant it. I would miss the woman I thought I had married. While she was gone, I didn't sit around feeling sorry for myself. I took the kids to the park. We built a massive fort in the living room, ate pizza on the floor, and watched movies until we all fell asleep on the couch. For the first time in a long time, the house felt light. It felt like a home again, free from the weight of her deceit. That weekend, I also put the next phase of my plan into motion. I found a new apartment, a nice 2-bedroom place closer to the kids' school. I signed the lease and paid the deposit. I was quietly, methodically, building my escape route. When Sarah came back, she was glowing. She talked endlessly about the team-building exercises and the motivational speakers. I just nodded along, asking questions that I already knew the answers to. So, Mark was there too? I'm surprised the company paid for him. A flicker of panic in her eyes, quickly masked. Oh yeah, his department was invited at the last minute. The lies were becoming more frantic, more tangled. She was working so hard to keep her two worlds separate, and the strain was starting to show. She became irritable, jumpy, constantly checking her phone. She was living in a prison of her own making, and she didn't even know I held the key. The final piece fell into place a few weeks later. Our mutual friends, the ones who had been our bridesmaids and groomsmen, were having a big barbecue. I knew both Sarah and Mark would be there. This was it. Not a public scene, but a quiet, final checkmate. At the party, I was friendly, charming. I talked to everyone, laughed, played with the kids. Sarah was stuck by Mark's side, their body language a little too close for just colleagues. I watched them from across the yard. I saw the stolen glances, the brief touches. They thought they were being discreet. Later I pulled our friend Jessica aside, the one who was Sarah's maid of honor. Hey Jess, I said calmly. I need to ask you something. I'm thinking of surprising Sarah with a trip to that new spa resort, the Willows. She mentioned her company had a retreat there a few weeks back. Did she tell you if she liked it? Jessica's face went pale. She looked from me to Sarah, who was laughing with Mark. The Willows? She stammered. I don't think that's where her retreat was. I just kept my gaze steady. Oh? That's funny. She was so specific about it. The seed of doubt was now planted in someone else's mind. The web of lies was starting to unravel from the outside in. I went home that night feeling a strange sense of peace. The next day, I served her the papers. There was no yelling, no argument. I just sat her down at the kitchen table, the same table where we'd shared thousands of meals, and laid out the file. The emails, the receipts, the photos. Her face crumpled. The lies were gone, and all that was left was the cold, hard truth. She saw that I knew everything. She saw the signed lease for my new apartment. She saw the detailed financial statements. She saw that while she was busy building a fantasy, I was busy building a future. Without her. There were tears, begging, promises to change, but it was too late. The trust was not just broken, it was annihilated. She hadn't just cheated. She had tried to make me feel crazy for suspecting it. She had disrespected our entire life together. In the end, she had nothing. Her affair with Mark imploded once the secret was out. Many of our friends, seeing her blatant deceit, pulled away. She was left alone, surrounded by the ruins of the life she had systematically destroyed, lie by lie. I didn't have to expose her. I just had to step back and let the truth run its course. It was slower, quieter, but in the end, far more devastating. And I, with my kids, was finally free to start over, building a new life based on honesty and peace. Thank you so much for watching and listening to my story. If you've been through something similar, know that you are not alone